Are you recording now? Okay. What up, Chipper Chaps? This is Chipper Chap Chat episode. What episode is this?
147.
147 of the Chipper Chap Chat podcast with FooRay.
And Chamba.
Let's talk about nerd stuff or whatever we're doing today.
Yeah, we've got like, this one's going to be not a very long episode. Got a few things to talk about here, but...
This is the quick news one we're doing right now?
Quick news one, yeah.
Okay, good.
Quick news one. So...
Just for a recap here, that was the first time Jeff heard that weird song I just did.
Most of the time, like for the past few episodes, if you've noticed, the intros have been unique.
Yeah.
Usually how it is it's the first time I'm hearing these. So that was the first time hearing that one. And yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, it won't be like this forever. It's just right. It's kind of a fun little homework thing for me.
Yes.
To get to know my little looper machine. Jeff, as a joke, said that we should do a new song for each episode
because it's available. Like if you've got access to it there. Yeah.
We got to be close to a milestone number, right?
In regards to how many episodes we've done or how many theme songs we've done?
Episodes.
Yeah, I think so. Who'd have thought we'd get 150 of this one? Almost 150. If we include all the unnumbered ones,
what were we on? We said
147.
147.
So we definitely have over 150 recorded of Chipper Chat because we've done a bunch of those bonus.
Should we have a new definitive theme by 150?
It's up to you, man.
I don't know. We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
But what's first on the newsy type news?
Gotham ends after 5 seasons.
Oh man, we just watched these clips. How do you feel?
You know what? Good job for the show to have lasted that long.
What was it? 6 seasons?
5.
5 seasons.
Especially considering how many I mean, I didn't really I stopped watching after like the first few episodes of the first season. But based on
I think I got
you got pretty far, yeah.
I feel like I got like 5 or 6 episodes in on the first season, and then I would sporadically watch only a random episode here and there. If I heard some character like debuted, I would check it out.
Exactly. They've gone through a lot of crazy things.
They definitely have.
So the fact that they managed to reach 5 seasons, good on them.
Yeah. Especially because like all the early word on Gotham was that it was doo-doo.
Mm-hmm. But then they said like after season...
People talking crap about it.
People said after like season 2, they was just like, let's just go balls to the wall. Let's just do what we can. What we're allowed to do. Because they were definitely restricted with what they're allowed to do.
They were restricted. Hey, newsflash. I got some nerds recently.
Oh.
And these ones are mango chili flavored nerds.
Do you like them?
They're like sweet and spicy.
Are they good?
And they have luchador masks on them. Yeah, and they came with mango chili and guava was the other flavor, and they're both delightful. But shitty part of the update, they came in a bag with a bunch of little boxes. Only one guava one in the whole bag.
And the rest were mango?
Yeah, and so at first I didn't even want to try the guava one because I was like, well, man, what if it's hella good? And
then I don't want to waste it. How was it? How was the guava one?
It was delightful.
Oh,
both
so
of them are great.
Okay.
But the mango chili one is like sweet and spicy. The guava one, just sweet honey nectarine, you know?
That's kind of random. If it's a 2-pack where there's 2 flavors and you've literally only got one box of that one flavor, that's pretty garbage.
So garbage, made me want to write a letter, but I
I would
didn't.
have tweeted, "Hey
Yeah, I should
nerds."
have. That's what Twitter is for, is
Honestly, I
complaining
think
about
so.
only getting one of a
Yeah,
flavor of
I think it
nerd.
is. It's like, hey,
Damn it.
so what's the deal with this?
What's the deal with this? That's what I
Mm-hmm.
say.
What's the
Oh,
deal with
another thing
this?
I got. Another thing I got. Shout outs to. Oh Jesus, what am I knocking over here? Oh, the T-Pain mic. Um, Another thing that I got is a Deadpool Bob Ross pop vinyl, man.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, my mom sent this to me as an Easter gift.
I have no idea what that has
Because
to do with Easter, but
it doesn't have anything to do with it. I think she just likes the idea of having stuff to open at any given opportunity.
I think so
And
too.
and
That's
Easter
very
is an
cool.
opportunity. So yeah,
Yeah.
so now I have a Bob Ross. I haven't decided if he's gonna go out here or in my office or on the display case.
Did she
Um
send Easter eggs?
there wasn't any Easter eggs per se, but there was a pack of Sour Patch Kids that came inside of a cardboard Easter bunny.
Okay, that's good enough.
So in that way there was. She also sent several spices for cooking,
Cool.
which I plan to utilize.
Yep. Very Easter.
Shout outs to spices.
Shout outs to Spice. Shout outs to your mom.
Shout outs to my mom, who is a spice of her own. If they had a, how many Spice Girls are there? 6 of them?
Five.
If they had a 6th Spice Girl, my mom would be Mom Spice. There you go. Nailed it. First try.
Mama Spice.
There, killed it. Killed it. I had so many adjectives that I was
Yeah.
like, most of these sound scary. I'm gonna go with Mom Spice.
Yeah,
They already have a scary spice.
they
so,
do.
you know.
They do. So
Um,
Gotham ends.
yeah, Gotham ended great. Next on
They
the
showed
news.
Joker. They showed Batman. They showed.
Batman looked pretty silly.
Yeah, but you know.
He looked like they were trying to go for like kind of like the Arkham, like a mix of the Arkham version and the like Batman Begins suit.
Like a low budget hybrid.
Yeah, and I didn't care for it, but what are you gonna do? I mean,
It's
it
over.
sounded like they tried to keep the voice of the dude. It sounded like the kid who plays Bruce, but they just like pitched his voice down a little bit for him to play man Bruce Wayne. And then they never show adult Bruce.
They do actually.
Oh, do they? Is it?
Yeah, yeah. In the very end. No, it's not the kid. They got a different actor. Different actor.
But is it voiced by the original?
I
kid
don't
still?
know.
I bet if they show adult Bruce and he talks, you're gonna be able to tell if he.
Oh, they never show him
if he
talking.
dubbed him.
They never show him talking.
Son of a
Yeah.
biscuit.
Mhm.
That's why. Because
Yep.
they use that kid's voice
Yeah.
as Batman.
Just pitch down.
Next
Next up, they showed DC Universe showed a teaser trailer and promo images for their Swamp Thing show,
yeah, I watched the teaser,
which was
and
literally a teaser.
I also synced the image that you put in the notes. It looks like Swamp Thing, man.
It looks cool.
I've heard negative things about the behind the scenes of it.
Oh, really?
Like it was supposed to be 13 episodes, but they like were like, nah, only 10.
Oh, wow.
And so you don't get to do your like finale episode.
What?
Yeah, your finale is 2 episodes earlier, and it's like not what you planned on.
That
Deal with
sucks. Hey, you know what though? They're given 10 episodes. Good on them.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I remember liking Swamp Thing for some reason as a kid. Like, I barely remember anything about the movies, but I do remember liking Swamp Thing and having a couple Swamp Thing figures, one of which glowed in the dark. So I definitely I have memory of them, but I don't know how the crap they sold Swamp Thing to me as a kid, because nothing about that, looking at the Swamp Thing design, looking at what Swamp Thing is about, nothing about that makes me go, oh man, as a kid I would have loved that.
Which design you like better, the Swamp Thing design or the Marvel's Man Thing?
Swamp Thing, easily. I don't like Man Thing. His stupid tube things coming out of his head. I don't like the tube things. I guess they're supposed to be branches or something, but They look really silly to me. I like the more humanoid face Swamp Thing. I guess I could relate to it more.
Because, yeah, he's man.
I could imagine that version of Swamp Thing as a hero, whereas like Man Thing,
he just looked like a creature.
Yeah, he just looks like a creature.
Yeah.
He looks like some shit that like Thundar would punch in the mouth.
Okay.
That's you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just looks like leaves.
Not even in the mouth. Does he have a mouth? Punching that weird nose thing.
I have no idea.
Yeah, punching that nose thing.
Open its mouth hole?
I don't know. I kind of don't want to even see what that might look like. It's probably horrific.
Yeah. Not a fan of Man Thing's design.
Name is weird too.
Do you like Man Thing better?
No, Swamp Things always look cool. There's a version of Swamp Thing where he has like antlers that are made of like branch, and it looks sick.
It's like wings and
it looks dope. It looks dope.
Yeah. There's a version in Injustice where you see him like that, and he looks all wicked.
It looks cool. Like, and he's just controls the earth. It's gangster.
Yeah, man. Why not?
It's like Super Groot.
Super Groot.
Maybe that's what he's like.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you think of the teaser?
The teaser looked cool. I mean, like, we didn't see anything of it though, really. You know what I mean?
Like horror kind of
stuff. I'm curious though what
he shows up at the end.
What genre this is supposed to be.
It seems horror-y.
Well,
like thriller type shit, but I'm gonna again with what they showed in the teaser. I'm like, how do you get to the point where now he's not just a scary like Black Lagoon creature, and he's like a hero now? Like, how do we get from there to there?
A hero tree.
Right, a hero tree man who fights for the Earth. Captain Planet. Captain Planet.
Yeah, dude, he's Captain Planet / Groot.
Yeah, without the Planeteers.
Without having to only just say his name.
Yeah.
I guess it could be something. I mean, I'm basically like all the things we're saying.
I'm gonna be getting a new Swamp Thing action figure. Let me tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I don't know what about it made me want the action figures as a kid.
Because it was unique, maybe.
I super don't know.
Like, what did you use him as a kid? Was he like a villain character? Was he like a hero character?
See, that part I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't remember. I like using him as a villain makes sense because, you know, pretty much when you're a kid, any guy that's not
heroic looking, is a villain
now.
Or what if he was like one of those characters, like a mentor character? You know?
Oh man, I seldomly had those that weren't like other heroic figures as well. You know,
that's true.
Unless I had like randomly an old man, like if I had
like a wizard, like a wizard character.
Yeah, then he's like always sensei, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, Swamp Thing, he was probably a bad guy if I had him because
probably,
and he was tall from what I remember.
Yeah, it was a big one. It was a big one.
Anywho,
next up, may as well. The trailer for Will Smith's new movie Gemini Man.
Oh man, it's a looper. But with cloning.
But with actually the de-aging version as opposed to a younger kid, a younger fella with the makeup.
Got Joseph Gordon-Levitt to play young Will Smith.
That would be hilarious. What if they got his son to play a younger version? Yeah.
I think that would be the easier way to do it. But if you're gonna just do tracking dots and make them look young, and that's everybody's new shit, we're gonna the next phase of
movies.
Of movie effects let's Snapchat filter everybody to look younger.
Yep. Let's de-age everyone we can.
Yeah, man. They're like, oh man, remember when they didn't look like this?
That's
it parts of the scenes. I feel like it worked really well, and then parts of it just looked like Will Smith, but with his old haircut.
Yes, because and like caked on makeup.
Right.
It's weird because like this looks like a Netflix movie.
Well, you know, some
not that that's a bad thing, but it looks like this looks like one of those Netflix movies where it's a genre. It's a genre film
follow up to Bright or something.
Something where I'm like, this. Honestly, Bright looked more like a theatrical release film than this one does. So I don't know.
You don't care about this one?
Nah. I'll peep this on Netflix.
Hey man, You gotta do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks fine. I don't know. I liked Looper.
I did like Looper.
But Looper had some cooler stuff going on. It
Mm-hmm.
had like time travel and some like Akira shit
Mm-hmm.
happening.
Which kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest.
Yeah, the Gemini Man, it looks like just we really think that Will Smith is the bestest. So we cloned him, but we don't, and so we don't. We want to kill the one that we thought was the bestest. I don't know why they feel the need to kill the one that they liked already. Like, if you just let him live his life and you
Mm-hmm.
just have your clone of him and he doesn't know about it, then you just get to continue doing whatever you were gonna do.
Because he doesn't
You
know
fucked
about
up
it.
your own plan
Yep.
by trying to kill the one that didn't want to be part of it.
Like, how about you try your best not to let them find out about the other one?
Yeah, man, that's some silly shit. So, how long till we get to like John Wick 6 and it's John Wick fighting a younger, like a de-aged clone of him where he looks like Bill and Ted era Keanu Reeves, but he's like, I'm even better now because I'm a younger John Wick and I fight even more cooler now.
That's when
I use guns
at that
again,
point, that's when I'm like, I don't need to watch many movies anymore.
Like, I feel like movies as a concept just jumped the shark.
Yeah, it's like, I think they've just run out of like every idea.
Well, you know, we'll get there.
Speaking of running out of ideas, I guess, or like redoing ideas, Men in Black, new one, International. It's called Men in Black International. Is a new trailer, final
Does
trailer.
this trailer sell you on the idea that this needed to happen?
Oh, no.
No.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I say no, but
Yeah.
in seeing the trailer, I was like, oh, I'll peep that on Netflix.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like, there's only times where I'm like, okay, this one I need to experience this in a bigger screen.
Mm-hmm.
This one is like, I don't know if I feel like personally I don't need to. I'm sure people will be like, oh, I'm super excited. I'm like, and that's awesome. I'm glad you're excited for it because you know it looks like it's going to be a fun film, but I'm sure during the time that it's out, there's probably something else I'm going to watch, or maybe I won't watch anything that time that it's out.
Right.
So, but it looks fun. You know, it's got the Ragnarok cast, I guess.
And Kumail Nanjiani.
And Kumail is a little
like
tiny alien
creature.
And you've got Taken as an older version, as an older Men in Black guy.
They keep him pretty hidden in these trailers.
Yeah, so maybe he's like, I don't know, because the premise is like an alien that can shapeshift to look like anybody. So let's think of Skrulls, I guess. Anyone could be a Skrull, meaning any of the leads could be Skrulls. Who knows? Maybe Taken is a Skrull.
Do you think that it is better that they went this way, or do you think it would have been better if they went the Men in Black cross 21 Jump Street thing that they talked about doing for a while when the Sony stuff got hacked?
See, that would seem more like, to me, as fun as that sounds, you're basically turning it. It feels like you're almost turning it into a parody.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that's going to be good. But again, I've got no real attachment to Men in Black franchise, so I don't care.
Oh yeah, we were talking about redoing the theme song.
Yeah, and then I told you about the Ghost. I was like, hey, if they could redo Ghostbusters theme song, the Men in Black theme song isn't like sacred and can't be untouched.
See, I was just thinking they would do a new song,
like a remix.
Not even a remix, just do a new song with the concept of make a Men in Black theme song. But if they sampled or reused somehow the Will Smith Men in Black song, I think would be great. Yeah. I was saying it would be tight if they got Tyler the Creator to do it. I can even imagine a version of the chorus with like Tyler's voice.
Yeah, weird voice, but he'd probably put like some effects on it and stuff anyway. So,
right.
I don't know. Yeah. This film looks. The trailer looked fun. But
if it wasn't Tyler, who would you get to do the Men in Black theme?
I don't know I don't know many modern, like current
Listen to
really.
music.
I know, but really, all right. Let's get Little Dicky. Why not?
I knew you were gonna say Lil Dicky.
Why not?
I knew it.
Why not?
Sure.
It doesn't matter at this point. And that's the thing. I don't care.
Lil Dicky makes just as much sense as Tyler the Creator does.
Yeah, I don't.
And the lyrics will probably be better.
Yeah, they'll be funny.
Yeah, they'll be humorous.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fun. Like, I think it'll be fun is what it really is. And if that's what this film's trying to be.
Have we talked about his Earth thing? Did you watch that?
Mm-hmm. The Earth song is great. It's a great song. It's hilarious. It looks so good.
It does look real good.
It looks really good, and it's an interesting song, and it's for a good cause too. So
I'm Kanye West.
There's a lot of things like Kevin Hart as Kanye. It's great. But like, there's so many things in that where I'm like, there's a lot of positives in that song.
Yeah, I looked to see on the website because the website that's underneath the video will take you to like a thing about the climate change and whatever, and where he explains to you the issues and the solutions in like succinct chunks. And like, I think the video had like 2-point-something million views on it. But if you go to the website and you go to where people like look at the problem and the solution, those videos only had like 12,000 clicks on them.
Which is unfortunate.
It is unfortunate, man. They were like, he put eyeballs on the video, but not enough eyeballs on people who are like, oh, we should do something about this.
What can you do?
Apparently, we only have 12 years to do anything to make this change happen before like parts of the world are just uninhabitable in our lifetime.
Oh, it's already happening. Like, at this point,
that stuff up.
It's happening.
Wow, that's not the right mentality going into we got 12 years to fix it.
It's not. But what are you gonna do if you can't get people to actually start doing stuff about it?
We get to be the Avengers here, Jeff. This is our unsnap the planet moment.
And he tried that.
Well, you know, maybe we're the ones, Jeff.
Yeah, we are. We are. The two of us are the ones. We have to change this.
Climate change. Yeah. Anyway,
that trailer was something. And I guess the last bit of news, really.
What's the last bit?
Oh wait, no, there's 2 bits of news. Okay, before we get to it, so David Bowers, of the director of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, is set to direct a live-action / CG hybrid Rugrats movie.
Why?
2021 release.
That's so bizarre, man.
This is gotta be
live-action CG hybrid is the part that's really weird to me.
So, CG hybrid. That could technically mean they look like the cartoon characters, or they're going to have, like, it's that whole CG hybrid where it looks like hyper real, but the babies are going to be like, they look like real babies, but they're going to be walking and whatnot and talking and shit.
Dude, if they do a Lion King movie, but it's all CGI babies, and they're like deformed so they can look like the Rugrats.
I don't think they're going to be deformed. I think they're going to look like actual, like, proper kids.
I don't know, man. I have to see
it. You think they're going to get... Yeah, well, there's no visuals yet.
I have to see it. My only reason that I'm like, okay, fine, is if they make them look like fucking babies, where they can have them get up and go on adventures and shit, and they look like babies doing it, which I think is possible.
Like think of it like Baby's Day Out, except...
Oh, God, I don't want to think... That's not going to help. I don't want to think of it like Baby's Day
Or
Out.
like, Look Who's Talking.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, Look Who's Talking, except they sound like, you know, the Rugrats characters.
Yeah, because I'm saying if they do CGI babies where they look like babies but they're CGI characters, that means they can get the original voice actors.
That's why.
Play the characters. That's the only reason I'm like, okay, fine.
Likewise.
But man, if they do a thing where they're like filming real babies and then like mutating their heads out to kind of look like the Rugrats characters.
Oh,
and shit,
I do not want this. That's horror.
and,
That's
like,
a horror
mutate
movie.
The parents to make them look all weird.
This is a horror movie.
Is Tommy Pickles' mom gonna have the like fucking Doink the Clown hair or whatever it is? Is she gonna have?
It's gonna look like a horror
Bob?
movie if they do it that way.
But Rugrats had such a specific style.
I know.
Like
I know.
I wouldn't be. I don't know if I'd automatically hate on them for trying it.
Okay.
But man, I can't think of a scenario where that's gonna look good.
This idea just seems bizarre to me.
It is bizarre.
And
you said the director was from what again?
He directed Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Those movies?
I have not, but they've been a success. They've made like 4 of them.
What?
Yeah, like I think 3 or 4 of them they've made.
Really?
Yeah.
In the theaters?
Yeah, theatrical releases.
What?
All of them. That's why I was like,
only made 2.
No, I think there's about 3 or 4.
That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. So he must have done something right, I swear. Oh. What if they take it in the same way they did you've seen Paddington?
No.
Cuz it actually is a bear. Like he's all CG, but they didn't cartoon him up. He's just a bear wearing his coat.
Right.
What if it was like that?
They just make babies, but they're dressed like the Rugrats.
Yeah.
I don't know. Again, I have to see it, man. Because,
yeah. Well, there's no images yet, so I don't know.
Right. I have to see what, like, as soon as some concept art or something pops up where you're like, okay, this is what they're going for.
Trust me.
Then I'll be able to give a better idea. Because, like, I can see two versions of this movie in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
One version where they're just photoreal looking babies, but they're dressed like they're cosplayed as the Rugrats, and then they can make them look like babies in some scenes. They probably just get actual babies.
Yeah, and like mocap them.
Scan them. And then, do like mocap scenes. Because the whole thing with the Rugrats is they act like regular babies until the parents aren't looking, and then they get up and walk around and go do shit.
Well, they do, but they still, when they walk around, they're still like babies. Yeah.
Talking to each other and stuff. And I could imagine them doing like mocap and
because like
actors to do all that.
In the show, they'd always go down to the perspective of the baby, so the world looks bigger. Right. You know, it's like everything is slightly sized up, and that's a neat aspect of it. But so that one version is where they'll,
if they do it, I want I know that I don't want to see Baby's Day Out where they're swinging on construction equipment and barely escaping trouble.
I don't think they do that.
I want to see a slice of life, like a Rugrats episode that's just longer and looks cooler. If they're doing that, then fine. I don't want to see them like, ooh, the Rugrats go on a grand adventure.
Well, see,
they're CGI babies.
The closest thing, like, if you've seen the Rugrats animated movie, they kind of went on a slightly big adventure, but to them, like, the parents must have been freaking the fuck out, right? Because they lost their kids. But to the kids, it's the biggest adventure of their life. But all it was I think they kind of got lost somewhere in a park or something. But if it was like that, that's fine. Like Baby's Day Out is ridiculous, where he's like on a construction site and moving all that type of stuff.
Mr. Magoo
Yeah, exactly. I don't want that. I don't want a Rugrats of that.
Yeah, me.
Where he goes to the zoo.
Yeah.
No, thanks.
Keep it simple. I want to see them playing in their backyard or.
I didn't like invent their stories because that's what always happened. They'd like have adventures, but they would imagine stuff bigger than
exactly. That's what I want to see. I don't want.
We'll see what it's
why
about.
is there no live action CGI hybrid Muppet babies? Let's do that instead.
Dude, it's weird, right? We're getting a Rugrats live action CG hybrid. And I'm like, what about film? Like, what about cartoons from that era that probably would make good films? Like, I don't know, let's say Gargoyles or something.
Well, Gargoyles could happen. They're still talking about it.
Bloody, that'd be good.
I mean, I feel like Gargoyles is like an easy get too.
That's why.
Something even weirder than that. Do like Mighty Max or Mummies Alive as a movie.
Well, what about the original Dungeons and Dragons?
How about Double Dragon?
They did Double Dragon.
No, but that was a long time ago.
You mean a good one?
Yeah, do a new Double Dragon with not Mark Dacascos and not Dick Wolf, whatever that kid's name is.
I think it's It's something Wolf. I was like, is it Dick Wolf the
Dick Wolf is the Law and Order guy.
Yeah,
but I
okay.
can't
That would be
remember his
weird.
name. Scott Wolf?
Scott Wolf. There you go. Scott Wolf.
There you go. 5 points.
Oh, I had Alyssa Milano in that too.
Bruh, yeah, she had them little fucking tie-dye booty shorts or whatever, and the pixie haircut.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a tiny lad.
When I was a wee lad, I was like,
yeah, I like that scene where she had to crawl in the pipe, and then
yeah, that was very fun. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I want to be the one to crawl in the pipe.
Right after, yeah, right after.
And I understand these urges.
Yeah, I'm still, I understand, but I still don't really. But it's there. Yeah. It's there.
I understand that whether or not I know why.
Yes,
I would also want to be
exactly. I'd like to be that. I don't know. I'm not sure why, but I still want to be there.
Yeah. Anyway, that movie.
Last up, but yeah, Rugrats. Oh, we'll wait to see if there's any new images appear. I'm sure, yeah.
Because man, what?
I'm sure we'll see some of that. Because I'm curious. Because I liked Rugrats as a kid.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. So
but what?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. When I read, I was like, wait, why?
Yeah, that's so
why.
Weird.
Okay.
They gotta get Maya to come back and do the theme music.
Dude, for real, she still makes music. It's fine.
Was it Maya and Blackstreet?
Blackstreet, Maya, and Mace.
Oh, good, Mace. Bring him back as well.
Yeah.
What else is Mace doing?
Yeah, exactly. Nothing.
Jeez.
Anyway. And final is there's some new promo and set images from Spider-Man Far From Home.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
So there's like a slightly detailed image of the stealth suit Spidey.
Okay, that's the shield SWAT.
Yeah, it looks like a tactical shield one.
Okay.
And then there's the upgrade Spidey suit, which is with the black and red.
I'm still calling it early, saying it's Wakanda Tech. I'm not heard anybody else claiming this yet.
When you first called it months ago,
yeah,
I still haven't heard anyone. But you know what? People are probably going to be saying, it's definitely that now. And I'm like, cool. Called it. We called it. I don't know which episode we called it, but it was called.
As soon as they showed it to us. Because as soon as we saw a picture of it where we could see the
we were like, wait a second. That's definitely what. It looks good, though. I like that suit, actually.
I do like that suit. Please make Mafex.
Mm-hmm. You've got the SH, and that one's sold out already.
I know, but I also don't want that one.
I know you don't want that. I know you. Mafex, please make that one. Even if it comes out next year, it's fine.
Make a PS4 as well, Mafex.
I
want it.
I pre-ordered the SH one. I don't
want the SH one. I want the Mafex one.
I know. And there's also a set image of Peter Parker, Spider-Man with his mask off, and standing next to
Mysterio
with his without the fish tank.
It looks like they're in like a shield headquarters or something,
like an underground headquarter type dealie.
Yeah, I've heard some people saying something along the lines of Mysterio is like a cool uncle.
Oh man.
Which I get it.
This film's out in July too.
I get what they are going for with this Mysterio thing already, and why Peter would be susceptible to that.
Because he's lacking. Yeah.
Hey, but we'll not talk about that yet. But why he would be susceptible about that?
Yeah.
But I'm also like, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm also like, bruh. I've heard of Mysterio before in my life. Do you think that the children don't have Google?
That's the problem.
What Mysterio is?
That's the problem. With the internet these days.
Yeah.
It's harder to like...
Just comic books. We have 60 years of comic books as evidence of what Mysterio might do.
It's just like... But then at this point, because they are aware that we know these things, could they really just change stuff up?
They could.
Would you want that to occur?
I think the way that they'll change it up is Mysterio's origin maybe won't be so cut and dry. I used to be a special effects guy, and now I am not. They might have something more elaborate for.
Could he be Skrull?
No.
Okay.
Because then it'd be way easier for him just to be like, okay, well, they know I look like Jake Gyllenhaal. I'm gonna go look like somebody else.
Could Chameleon be Skrull?
That'd be interesting. It seems like it seems like a little bit like a weird choice and a
I
little
think
bit of
so
a
too.
waste of a scroll
Yeah.
because Chameleon can do that shit without it, and they've
Yeah.
established that the tech exists since Winter Soldier,
Mm-hmm.
because Black Widow used it to be an old lady and
Well, she
fight some
did that
people.
face. Maybe Chameleons works differently than that though.
Maybe I just it's all Chameleon's also like Craven's brother, and I don't know if they're just gonna be like, well, Chameleon or Craven's brother is a scroll
Yeah, that's true.
because deal with it.
I have no idea what to expect from Far From Home at this point.
Bruh, when we get to the next
We're
episode, I
gonna, we're
got a
gonna,
whole
yeah.
bunch of
That's
fucking
cool. No,
far
no,
from
we're
home
gonna,
questions.
we're gonna talk about this as soon as we finish this one.
But
But
yeah, I don't know, man.
this is out July 2. Are you looking forward to it though?
July 2.
Mm-hmm.
You mean over there it is or over here it is?
I saw the date. It says July 2nd for Far From Home.
Did it get pushed up?
Maybe.
Because I thought it was supposed to come out on the 5th.
Does it matter?
Either way,
are you looking forward to this one though? I mean, it's Spidey. You're a big
it's a
Spidey guy.
Spider-Man movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Spider-Man movie. How would I not look?
And we've really got nothing between Spidey and between now and Spidey, really. Nothing major. I mean, I am looking forward to Detective Pikachu.
It comes out on the 5th here.
Okay. Why did I say July 2? Maybe that's an
you get it
international
on the
day.
day.
Well, I'm not going to be here, so.
Where are you gonna be?
US. I gotta be. I'm preparing for. Oh no, that's during Anime Expo.
During Anime
I'll be at Anime
Expo. I wonder how long till we get that first real trailer for Far From Home.
Oh right, because we haven't actually got a proper trailer.
Like a teaser thing, and it was a short one of like, here, look, Mysterio's a thing.
I'm assuming either late May, early June.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's coming around the corner, man. We got to get that here pretty soon. That's only a couple months away.
Yep. But that's it. That's it for this episode.
Dang, that's all the news, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing else. Well, I get. Do you want to? We're watching Game of Thrones. Anybody else?
Oh right. Spoil. Do we spoil? Should we say spoilers?
Let's not spoil
let's not spoil it.
it.
But whoa, things are happening.
Yeah, episode 3 of Game of Thrones was a long and good one.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Was it what you expected?
Yes, actually, a whole bunch of it is exactly last week what I was like, I think this might happen and this might happen and this might happen and this might happen. A whole bunch of that stuff happened, but then I was just confused by it. I was like, that never happened. None of the stuff I predict ever goes like it's going to happen that way. And it did. So one of the things I predicted was a bad thing, and one of them was a great thing, but I was really glad about the great thing.
Okay, cool.
I'll just say that.
I'm glad the great thing was a positive. I'm sad that the negative was happened too.
Yeah, the negative was negative, but we'll talk about that when we're done here probably, because we shouldn't spoil that because that episode only
it just happened. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, so until the next one, y'all, stay chipper, chaps.
Stay chipper.